Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for logging on to CBSN Denver. Time for your CBSN Denver Daily Sports Line, brought to you, as always, by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. It is Tuesday, July 6th, and we're coming off a tough day yesterday. I told you I like the Lightning in regulation, and Montreal under 2.5 goals. It goes to overtime. Montreal gets the game winner. They get the 3-2 win, so both of our bets get blown out there. However, I'm back on the horse. I'm going Tampa Bay puck line tomorrow, Game 5. The Bolts are winning in Game 5, right? And I think they are going to actually dominate that Game 5 tomorrow. Going back home, that place is going to be absolutely rocking. No segment tomorrow, so I'm giving you an extra best bet for tomorrow. Tampa Bay on the puck line tomorrow night for Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. As for what is going on tonight, it is Game 1 of the NBA Finals. The Suns and the Bucks, Game 1 in Phoenix this evening. The Suns 5.5-point favorites in this one. The over-under, which opened at 216.5, has climbed all the way to 219.5. Giannis Antetokounmpo now questionable. Started the day as doubtful. He's been upgraded. Looks like it's going to be a game-time decision on Giannis. I think this is going to be a really interesting game tonight. I think this series is going to be a lot of fun. I want to start with the over-under. The over-under for the two games in the regular season, it hit the over big time. 249 and then 255 in OT for the two games in the regular season between the Bucks and the Suns. I think that's part of the reason why we are seeing a lot of money come in on the over and starting to see that climb. However, things have gotten a little bit different in the postseason. These are actually the two best defensive teams in the playoffs this year. The Suns only giving up 101.9 points per game. The Bucks right behind them at 103.7. And the offenses haven't been as good as they were in the regular season. Bucks averaging 109.8 points per game, and the Suns averaging 108.9 points per game in the postseason. I think there might be some game one jitters here. My lean right now is the under. I'm going to wait and see if it gets up to 220, and I'm going to play it at 220. I don't hate a play at 219.5, considering that it has already moved up. I think it's going to continue to move up as we get closer to game time. I am leaning under on this one. And as for the game itself, I'm going to go ahead and take the Bucks plus 5.5. Look, I like this Suns team. I think they're going to give the Bucks a run for their money, but I think the Bucks could actually win this series. This series price is plus 165. I don't hate a play on that at all. And for tonight's game, in Game 1 in Phoenix, with a bunch of young guys who were, yes, really talented players, but a bunch of young guys, I'm going to go ahead and take 5.5 points with Milwaukee in this one. I wonder if the moment might be just a little bit too big to start. Milwaukee has some vets, so I'm going to roll with them in Game 1. Bucks plus 5.5. Another interesting note, the series over-under total games. If you're willing to lay the juice here, I'm going to go over 5.5 games. Now, it's juiced to minus 190, but I think that the series over-under price, I think this thing goes to 6 games. I think it goes back to Phoenix for Games 6 and 7, but I think that the over 5.5 games is a good play there if you're willing to lay the juice. One other note, Finals MVP prices are really interesting. Chris Paul, the favorite, at plus 150. You got Devin Booker right behind him at plus 250. And then Giannis, who I think is the best player in this series, is at plus 450. So basically what the books are telling you based on the series price is that they think the Suns are going to win this series. They think that Chris Paul or Devin Booker is going to be the reason why they win. I could see a scenario where the Suns go on to win this series and Chris Paul wins the MVP, if for no other reason than it's kind of like a farewell tour, if you will. But I don't hate a play here on Giannis to win the MVP, or on Chris Middleton at plus 500, or Drew Holiday at plus 1,100. I think you could find some absolute value. Those guys are going to have to play well if Milwaukee is going to win this series, which I tend to think that they will. So again, I don't hate a play on the series price of Milwaukee plus 165. I don't hate a play on Middleton or Holiday to win Finals MVP as well. But my best bet for tonight, the Bucks plus 5.5 in Game 1. Phoenix may win, but I think it's a close game. I think the Bucks keep it close with or without Giannis. So I like the Bucks plus 5.5 tonight as your best bet for your CBSN Denver Daily Sports Line, brought to you as always by BetMGM. Remember, place your parlays, props, and futures at the King of Sportsbooks. Download the app today.